All right, guys, we just got done building the regular 20-gallon aquarium stand. It was super generic. I was building it for a local fish keeper here in my fish shop, and it has motivated me to build another 20-gallon aquarium stand, but this one's going to be a little more intricate, where it's going to have the 20-gallon aquariums on the floor and then a top one going sideways. This kind of motivated me to throw this into my office as kind of I just think it's going to be cool. So just dive into it with me. And I bet this motivates you guys to maybe dabble or try this aquarium stand. By the way, this is a great stand for a small space, a dorm room, a small bedroom. Maybe you have an apartment. Let's just dive right into it. If you remember from the last video, that stand there on the left is just a generic 20-gallon tall aquarium stand, and I built it for a local fish keeper. They wanted the cheapest stand possible, and they wanted to put 10-gallon tanks below it sideways. And that kind of motivated me to do the same stand except have 20-gallon tanks below it. That way you have a small amount of space and you have 60 gallons of aquarium gallonage. And I'm not the first person to think of stacking aquariums with specific stands. People all over have been doing this in fish rooms, fish stores. So I started sawing up the boards and whatnot and figured out the perfect dimensions on giving myself a little bit of room as far as height-wise and width-wise. So what I'm doing here is I'm cutting up some 2x4s and screwing them together to make kind of a subframe that's just going to hold the outside, the frame of the aquarium. And that's what you only need for the most part with smaller aquariums, is to just, a lot of people might say, oh, you need plywood below the tank and you need styrofoam. Guys, this is just a 20-gallon tank. Like, let's not overthink this. I'm using a nail gun in the video to build the structure, but it's totally fine to use screws, and screws are better. I'm actually going to throw some big leg screws in this at the end here, just because the legs on this stand, the bottom of them don't have a lot of strength, but it came out pretty nice, and it's a super simple build. Just chop up some 2x4s in a saw, throw it together with some screws. The width of this actually turned out to be 25 inches wide of that frame, because the tank is 24 and a half. So I think it looks pretty good. So here's me putting in some big leg screws just because I don't trust the nails. Screws are a little stronger, and why not have both, right? A lot of you guys know I'm a structure Nazi. I overbuild everything just because that's the type of person I am. The structure turned out great. I'm happy with it, but now I'm going to paint it black. One of my biggest pet peeves with stands and any aquarium project is cutting corners. The cosmetic appearance of your tanks and your stands are a huge deal. I hate walking into a fish store and they don't have the stands painted. It's such a small, easy thing to do. The same goes with backgrounds. Paint your backgrounds at bare minimum, because it's so easy and you're going to regret it later down the road when you don't have the ability to. I just shot this in a flat black. It literally took me 20 minutes and it doesn't look bad at all. Let's throw it in the office here. As you can see, Avery's being complete chaos as usual, and it is a tight squeeze, but I definitely did have enough room to do this. So I'm really excited about this build. And some of you guys are probably asking, well, Chris, why are you throwing tanks in your office? Guys, I can never have too many tanks, and it's just, I need more planted tanks right now. I decided I'm going to keep dabbling with live plants with just different sized gravels. I'm even going to try some sand. I got the largest pool filter sand I could find. Or actually, the one on the left here is a little larger granular of sand than the one on the right. But those are just experiments, because that's what I love to do in this hobby, is experiment. But guys, let me know in the comments how you think this turned out. All right, so I wrapped up that project and it's still 6:15. So I got to get back out in the shop. I'm going to keep working on that 19-foot long plywood aquarium. That's going to be pretty crazy, huh, guys? So some of you guys follow me on Facebook, but today I reached out on my Facebook asking for help on like how to set up a business. I'm trying to kind of like next level selling things, like driftwood, aquariums, and I kind of know the basics of what a person needs. I know that I need an LLC, but as far as running credit cards, I'm kind of just like looking for some advice on how to like next level this, because I'm ready to start selling things. That's kind of been the major holdup as far as like selling a lot of the sweatshirts I'm having made and the hats. I noticed you guys want to buy this stuff, and I want to have the logistics set up and ready and whatnot for like come tax time. I don't want the IRS to show up and take me away. I want to do it the correct way. The correct way. All right, guys, let me know in the comment section if you can guide me on business, or if you think this stand idea was cool, let me know. So